Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus versus OnePlus 3T speed test. That video is coming up right now. Let's go. So, what is up guys? Nick here helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus versus the OnePlus 3T speed test. Now if you guys want to see a full-on comparison where I give my experiences between the S8 Plus and the OnePlus 3T, which is the better phone, comment that down below. I will consider making that updated video, but here we're just going to speed test them. So 3, 2, let's go. And the OnePlus 3T is the Snapdragon 821 series of smartphone, 6 GB of RAM, Oxygen OS. Over here on the Galaxy S8 Plus, we have 4 GB of RAM with the Snapdragon 835. So the Galaxy S8 Plus is definitely top of the line when it comes to the processor. Less RAM than the 3T, but you could say the RAM on the 3T is a bit overkill. We'll just see how that performs here in this video. So the 3T boots on first to the Galaxy S8 Plus. That might be because of my carrier branding, AT&T, so it might be a tie on the Snapdragon or the Exynos variant, but over here, the OnePlus 3T versus the Snapdragon carrier versions is faster on the boot up test. Now I did change the OnePlus 3T's home button to capacitive keys for this video to make it a little bit fair because the Galaxy S8 Plus has capacitive keys. But let's go into settings and confirm the versions that Android we're running. So we're running 7.0 Android Nougat here, just 7.0 here for the S8 Plus. On the 3T, we're running 7.1.1, so definitely a better version here on 3T. It's a little bit more updated for bugs and security patches and stuff like that. Speed, not going to be too much different here, but we're going to find out right here in this video. So let's go ahead and close everything out on both devices here. And both do not have low power modes on. Both are running on the same Wi-Fi network. So we're going to get into this right now. Let's begin with the calendar. 3, 2, let's go. And you see the S8 Plus a little bit faster there. Coming home here is the 3T. So the 3T is a rocket back to the home screen. Let's go to calculator. 3T on that one. Coming home here, let's go into clock. 3T on that one. Coming home here, let's go into phone. Looks like 3T on that one. Coming home here, let's go into settings. Looks like the 3T on that one. Coming home here, let's go into Play Store. Looks like the 3T on that one. Coming home here, let's go into Amazon. And looks about the same there. We're going to call that one a tie. Coming home here, let's go into eBay. And you can see eBay was first on the Galaxy S8 Plus, it looked like. Coming home here, let's go into Instagram. You guys can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, _Nick_Ackerman. Link is down below in the description. I do post stuff related to the channel. You can get a little inside scoop on it if you want. Coming home here, let's go into Snapchat. And you could see about the same, I think the S8 Plus a little bit. Let me know if I was wrong there. Coming home here, let's go into YouTube. And you can see YouTube is ready to go first on the 3T. So the 3T, man, 3T is just one fast phone. Coming over here, let's go to Best Buy. See what happens with Best Buy here. So 3T again, man, half the price of the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus and a little bit faster. Let's go into a Pi Geek. And I know what some people are going to be saying, test the Exynos version, test the Exynos version. I'm not testing the Exynos version. I live in the US. That phone is not supported here. So you're going to have to watch a channel that doesn't live in the US to go ahead and see that. Let's do the dead trigger now. And you can see OnePlus 3T over here. No, that one was actually the Galaxy S8 Plus. I had it covering with my hand, but that one was definitely the S8 Plus. Let's hit play and see which one gets there first. Looks like S8 Plus. So the S8 Plus is one of the better Android phones for gaming. So if you are picking up one of these phones for gaming, it's the S8 Plus hands down to me. Going into Jetpack Joyride, let's see. Well, will the 3T take the S8 Plus down in this one? And it does. So the 3T takes down the S8 Plus right after I was giving my spiel about the S8 Plus being a better gaming phone. Let's go into Subway Surfers here on both devices. And you can see Subway Surfers well ahead there on the S8 Plus and ready to go for the 3T. What? Let's see what happens. 3T faster than the S8 Plus there, so maybe the 3T is not better than gaming, but I did notice in my testing before this video the S8 Plus was faster, so I don't know what's going on here. Let's go into Chrome versus Samsung Internet here, and I'm gonna go into a website. Let's go into, how about OnePlus.net? Let's go to OnePlus.net And yeah, I know the OnePlus 5 is coming. Yep, we'll be covering that on the channel. Not right away, but we will. I just got the 3T. Let's hit go. I think OnePlus is releasing phones way too fast. I mean, they came out with the 3T June 2016, or they came out with the OnePlus 3, the one before the 3T, June 2016. Then they come out with the 3T in November 2016, and they're already coming out with another phone. That's 3 phones in 1 full year. That's a little bit too much if you ask me on a flagship phone. The 3T could have easily held its own all the way until the fall, I think, of this year. So you can see right there, about the same on that download or that speed test on the internet. Let's go into yahoo.com here for the SA Plus. What about yahoo.com here on the OnePlus? 3, 2, let's go. And you could see SA Plus slightly ahead. So the SA Plus with the Samsung internet might be a little bit more optimized. Now what about multitasking on both of these devices? Well, going into the trays, they both seemingly run about the same, but let's see if they can both hold in the background. Calendar, nope, SA Plus needs a reload, so that one's going to the 3T. Calculator, that one's going to the 3T. Let's go down into phone. That one's going to the 3T. So as we probably expected with 6 GB of RAM, the 3T is ahead of the 4 GB of RAM S8 Plus here. But I don't think the S8 Plus really is about, you know, being the fastest phone in the world. It is one of the fastest phones in the world, but the S8 Plus is more about the overall experience. And I think that's why the S8 Plus is still outselling phones like the 3T, phones like Huawei phones and other things like that, because its user experience is just top notch if you can deal with TouchWiz. If you like TouchWiz, its user experience is very polished. So you can see OnePlus 3T ahead of the S8 Plus there. So that's pretty much going to wrap this speed test up in the applications department. But what about the cameras? I got to go ahead and open up the cameras because we do use these on a frequent basis. Let's go into camera. You can see the OnePlus 3T was ahead of the S8 Plus there. Let's do that again. I'm going to close it out. Close it out here on the 3T. Let's go home here. Close it out here on the 3T. Let's go back into the camera department here for 3T and the S8 Plus. Same result. You see the S8 Plus was slower than the OnePlus 3T in camera, so the OnePlus 3T could probably take a picture faster than the S8 Plus. So let's run a quick Geekbench right here on both devices. Both are on Qualcomm Snapdragon, so we're going to hit the run CPU benchmark, and I would expect these scores to be quite similar, so I'll be back when they're done running this test. Alright guys, so here are the final results, and the Galaxy S8 Plus loses to the 3T in single core, but just absolutely crushes it in the multi-core. So on paper, the Galaxy S8 Plus is the faster smartphone, but you've seen in this video, in real world everyday apps and use, I think the OnePlus 3T is going to suit those who are looking for more speed just a little bit better. So what about the fingerprint speed? Now I do think the OnePlus 3T, it does have a faster fingerprint scanner than the Galaxy S8 Plus, and the S8 Plus's fingerprint being up there doesn't really bother me. I think that was overblown, but we're gonna have to see what happens here. 3, 2, let's go. And you see the 3T definitely a little bit faster there than the Galaxy S8 Plus. 3, 2, let's go. 3T a little bit faster there. So I do think the 3T does have a faster fingerprint scanner as well, and probably a little bit more accurate. So the 3T has an amazing fingerprint scanner. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this speed test between the Galaxy S8 Plus and the OnePlus 3T. I'm pretty sure that we know which one is the faster phone here, the OnePlus 3T. That's probably due to stock Android, 6 GB of RAM. The Snapdragon 821 is not too far behind the 835 here. But if you guys want to see a more in-depth comparison talking about the phones in general, like which one should you buy, I can share my experiences with you on that one. If you guys want to see other things like camera reviews, comment that down below as well. Between the S8 Plus and the OnePlus 3T, these phones are a lot closer than you think, even though their prices are extremely different here, and I'll share my thoughts on that one. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it. Anything else you would like to see, questions, comments, concerns in the comment section, please. I will catch you all in the next one. Be sure to be well, have a great day, and peace.